brothers want to bring anything out, feel free as well, yeah? Right. Alright. So yeah, first off, that volcano now in Spain, yeah, it's going crazy. Now literally, it's already moved to the sea. Now it's made another path, and it's literally destroying other places on the way as well. So, you know, and it's still bubbling. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's still bubbling, like proper, like it only just erupted. It's been like, what, nearly 2 weeks? I think, yeah, nearly 2 weeks or something now. So yeah, again, all praises. Spain are getting their judgment, you know? What's it? The lava has found a new path, destroying things on its way. Yeah. Tarshish. And yeah, Esau's starting to worry about the air pollution from the fumes because it's so bad, you know. So yeah, if you can give me Isaiah 64:1 off the shop. So yeah, like the volcano type thing.
Get the volcano one. I'll get Isaiah 64. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 64, and verse 1.
Bring it out.
And it reads thus says, Oh, that thou wouldest rent the heaven, that thou wouldest come down to the mountains, like flow down at the present.
So yeah, obviously, Yahweh's, he's bubbling that volcano up, man. He's been doing it for about more than 2 weeks. Is that one? Is there 2 as well?
And when the melting fire burneth, the fire causeth the waters to boil.
Yes, and that's what's happening. The lava's come to the ocean now, and it's boiling up the ocean. You get me? And it's found a new path now as well. So yeah, it's getting hot out there. Like I see there's a guy who flew out there. He's like a blogger or something. He's going to try and do his own little interview. You know, it's bad out there. It's bad out there.
To make the name known to thine adversaries, that the nations may tremble at thy presence.
That's it. So anyone who's going there, they're seeing the power of this volcano, and it is mad. It's mad still. So, you know, all the people out there that live out there,
have to know it's Yahweh.
yeah, it's like there's no one that can do this other than the Most High. You know? So yeah, that's. Well, bring that out of the show.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 30. And I will show wonders in the heaven and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke.
That's it.
That's
it. That smoke is great. It literally, if you was anywhere near there in Spain, that smoke's going for miles. That's why Esau's saying now that he's worried about the fumes. You know, the fumes are getting, because you know volcanic fumes have got like sulfur, yeah, and there's another one as well. And it's hazardous to man, you know, especially if you breathe it in. Yeah, man. So
a lot of volcanoes, like the volcanic water is carbonated.
Okay. Yeah, that's where we get the drinking water.
And we need oxygen. We shouldn't be drinking something with so much carbon.
Yeah, carbon.
And this is Songs of Solomon. Songs of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
Who is this that cometh out of the wilderness like pillars of smoke, perfumed with myrrh and frankincense, with all powders of the merchants? Man, yeah, that's it, or not really, but who's coming out of them things like pillars of smoke, man? And it's obviously Yahweh coming out of them things, man. You know what I mean? Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
I don't know how long, like, because there was another volcano I brought out last week. I'm not sure where it was. Let me try and find it. But basically, yeah, that volcano they've been watching it for a while, so it's like they know the activity is getting a bit, you know, high, and they're what's it? Yeah, their science is telling them that eventually it's gonna erupt, innit? They didn't have no science with this one. All of a sudden, Yahweh just gave it, and it's been the worst. It's been the worst we've seen. Like, I don't know, like, if you might have seen any videos, but it's crazy. Serious.
So far, the one they look for, man.
Yeah, man.
Men's hearts trembling with fear, man.
And Spain, you know, like, it's not actually in Spain, it's like on the Canary Islands. So it's like the island off of Spain. So I know if you do the history and the Bible Atlas and that, you know, that side also, like Spain, Italy and Greece, that whole coast bit is just wicked, man. You know, so yeah, got another precinct. Alright, cool. What's it? In Shimla, India, there's landslides bringing down entire buildings, because obviously they build on the flipping, on the sides of mountains and that, and there's no foundation there, innit? So a lot of buildings are just collapsing out there. You know what I mean? There's in Haishui in China, there's landslides as well. So there's quite a few landslides around going. You know, the Most High, obviously, he uses all forms of judgment to judge the people, you know, whether it be anything, you know. Even if you literally walk out now and get knocked over by a car, that was your judgment. You know, that's your lot, as they would say, you know. I don't know if anyone's got any of them.
Yeah, this is Isaiah chapter 24 and 4.
Oh, bring it out.
Alright. The earth mourneth and fadeth away.
That's it.
So yeah, man.
Yeah.
The earth is mourning and is fading away.
That's it.
Right?
That's it.
The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. And yeah, the earth also is defiled unto the habitations thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant.
Oh. So yeah, even in India, you know, I've heard there's some wicked people out there. You know, they're raping women on the regular. You know, the women can't even say anything. You know, they say they get in trouble and arrested. Like, so you know, India's getting this judgment too. Same with China. China's, you know. Since I've met with the brothers, China's been getting judgment, innit? Like every day, every week, there's something about China, innit? You know what I mean? So yeah, China, that's it. That's it. I seen some mad things. One time, I see like a lightning fire thing come out of the sky in China. You know, so you know, like it says, the Most High is angry, innit? And obviously he's slow to wrath, so
I'm trying to.
yeah, go bring it out, bro. Bring it out.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 16 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
We have heard of the pride of Moab. He is very proud, even of his haughtiness and his pride and his wrath. But his lies shall not be so. Therefore shall Moab howl for Moab.
That's it.
Everyone shall howl for the foundations of Kirtarish shall ye mourn. Surely they are stricken. That's it.
And, you know, Chinese, Moab, they're a feeble people. You know, I don't know, like, you just got to look at them and know that you know, all sorts of things are going wrong in their body. You know, they're very pale. They have no melanin. You know, they don't grow no hair. You know what I mean? They're a feeble people, and that's why they're gonna get. When they have their judgment, they're weeping. That's what I'm saying.
Verse Isaiah 16 and verse 10. And the gladness is taken away, and joy out of the plenty fulfilled. And in the vineyards there shall be no more singing, neither shall there be shouting. The treaders shall be tread out no wine in their presses. I have made the vintage shouting to cease. Wherefore my bowls shall sound like an harp for Moab, and mine inward parts for Keharish. So like all that Chinese, that little ting that they're doing, and you know that Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, they're the old school wine press and the joy that they've got for their damn dragon festivals and that, the Monkey King and all that. There's no more joy in that stuff, man. Alright? Festivals have been broken down.
And not even just that. They're following Esau's traditions as well, you know? Like if you look at their country, the way they've built up, it's just like, you know, it's just like another city basically, full of glass, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's like, you know, and the thing is, it's like with them, it's like it's a race. Like who could do the most? Like, you know, I see something about another flood out there. I think it might have even been this flood, you know.
I've got another one.
Go on.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 46. And thou, Asia, that art partakers of the hope of Babylon, and art the glory of her persons. Woe be unto thou wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her, and hast decked thy daughters in whoredom, that they might please and glory in thy lovers, which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee. Right? I'm just gonna go and jump to 56. Right, verse. Alright, I'll start at 53. 2nd Ezra 15:53. If thou hadst not always slain my chosen, exalting the strokes of thine hands, and saying over the dead when thou wast drunken, set forth the beauty of thy countenance. So you're asking dead people to set forth beauty after you've just strucken them to death. That's the Moabites, man. And it says, verse 55, the reward of thy whoredom shall be in thy bosom. Therefore shalt thou receive recompense.
That's it.
Like as thou hast done unto my chosen, saith Yahweh, even so shall Yahweh to power do unto thee, and shall deliver thee into mischief. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. The city shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. There's a lot more, but
that's Moab.
You get the drift.
That's Moab's judgment. And remember Psalms 83, innit? He's confederate. As much as there's all this, rumors of wars going on between America and China and all that, they're still confederate. They always have been. That's why it said just then about, they've decked their daughters.
Yeah, they come like onto the door.
Yeah, that's it, because that, you don't see no Moab now wearing them ching-ching. You get me? They're leggings and that. Ordering Louis Vuitton off the internet. That's what they're doing. Hey, okay, go bring that out.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 9. Therefore, as I live, save Yahweh, power of hosts, the power of Israel, surely Moab shall be as Sodom, and the children of Ammon as Gomorrah, even the breeding of nettles and salt pits, and a perpetual desolation. The residue of my people shall spoil them, and the remnants of my people shall possess them.
God, you want to bring that out?
Yeah, so basically, because of what Moab's done to Israel, the Most High set his judgment on their land. But at the same time, because we had to go through all of the curses, like the Most High said, he's going to return the curses back onto the heathens that had us.
Yeah,
and like brother said in Psalms 83, they were third confederate. He said Edom, Ishmael, Moab. So now we're seeing the judgment on Moab, and Moab is very pride. No one's ever touched Moab the way Moab's getting touched now.
That's it.
So the Most High's touching them for sure.
And Salakia. And if you look into like technology, almost everything comes from China. So that's the Confederacy. Like all your iPhones, all your tablets, anything technical is made in China. So that's that Confederacy. That's why there's still. That's why I think the Lord has a.
Samsung. No, iPhone is in America. Samsung is.
The iPhone, the base is in America, San Francisco, but the actual components, it's in China, man. Serious, almost everything, anything. That's why there's a confederacy, because they actually have. If you look at like all the technology, like all your phones,
but it's
laptops.
They're good at copycatting, innit? Because we are the ones that invented the things. But they just condensed it like.
My point being is, anything like that, almost 80-90% of it comes from China. Do you understand? So your TV, all of that, your components. Yeah, go on, bring that out.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30 and verse 7. And Yahweh shall thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies.
That's it.
And on them that hate thee, which persecute thee.
That's it.
Yeah, man. All sides.
Go on, bring it out. Well, yeah, that's it. You know.
Can I have one, brother?
Yeah, China's very proud, man. You know? Shalom, King. Shalom. Yeah, China's very proud, and you know they're behind all this technology. You know, and like you're saying, they don't follow their old traditional customs no more. You know, they shake the hand of Esau, innit? They're in the suits and ties now in these buildings over here. Most of them want to come over here, learn and everything. But you know, they're very proud though. You know, they look down upon you. You know? Yeah, go on, bring that out.
Revelations chapter 18 and verse 3.
That's it.
For all nations have drunken the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornications with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And I have heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye shall not be, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
That's right. Yeah, so that's the thing with Moab, isn't it? That it's not just Moab as well, it's all the other nations, you know. You look at Elam as well, they used to have the red dot and that. It's very rare now you see a red dot on their head. Yeah, they're taking that Babylonian garment, you know, and everyone's decked with it, and all it's decked with is sin and plague and iniquity. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why it says is they've drunk on the wrath.
And the sins have reached there.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. And the Lord is slow to wrath, but it's coming to that point now where, you know, he's stirring up nations to come against each other, and then that's it. That's what's going to happen, man. You know, eventually you're going to get nuclear missiles coming this way. You know, China are already confederating with Russia. You know, so China and Russia, that's a major move there. You know what I mean? So yeah, got another one. But yeah, we got another one. But yeah, there's another thing in China, Yantai, China, a tornado. You know, so it's causing like all floods on the streets. You know, it's like that's a new thing for them now. You know, like the trains are getting flooded, the buses, like, you know, certain streets are getting. And bear in mind, China is quite large, so all these times we're bringing out their judgment. It's all in different places. It's not like a repeat. You get what I'm saying? Now, because obviously it's like there's all different provinces. That's it. So, you know. But yeah, do you want to give, if you can, Brother Bashar, get me Jeremiah 23 and 19. Brother Bashar. So yeah, everyone's drinking of this wrath. There's the fornication of Babylon, you know?
Behold, This is the book, Salaki. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23 and verse 19. Behold, a whirlwind of Yahweh is gone forth in fury, even a glorious whirlwind, even a grievous whirlwind. It shall fall grievously upon the heads of the wicked.
That's what's happening, isn't it? You know, the Most High, He's stirring up these winds. Like it says, it's got angels that stir up. Spirits that are created for vengeance. You know, and that's what it is. You know, that a tornado, that's a vengeance. A wildfire, that's a vengeance. Even heavy rain, that's a vengeance. You know, like heavy rain, withholding rain, that's like a drought. You know what I'm saying? If there's no in it, and they're all the Most High's vengeances.
Yeah. This is Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39 and verse 28. For there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force, and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hell, famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction.
Yeah, so all these spirits were created for vengeance. So you know they're just waiting for the Most High to give the shout, and then that's it. They're on it. That's why it says it appeases the wrath of them that made them. Appeasing means to please. It means they're happy. They can't wait to do this. You know. But the Most High's holding back. Like I keep saying, nothing's happened here. You know, we should be more scared than. You know what I mean? Well, not scared, but the heathen shall be scared. Yeah, like
Ecclesiastes 5 and 7.
Yeah, because nothing's happened here yet. You know, you ain't seen no volcanoes, no tornadoes. You know, you probably had a little bit of heavy rain, but that's about it here. So, you know, imagine what the judgment is going to be when it comes home. You know? So yeah, man, it's peak, it's peak.
I got one here. It says Ecclesiastes preacher. Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Yeah, man, because right now there's a grace period and Israel ain't really felt that wrath. That's why it says in Peter, right? It says if the Most High is going to begin up His house, His sanctuary, what is it going to be for them that don't want to hear the gospel, man?
That's it.
Know what I mean? Because He's going to start with our people. There's going to be a trouble that's going to hit Jacob, the Israelites, so-called Black Native Americans first. And I'll bring up this one more quick. This is Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 2. Behold, Yahweh have a mighty and strong one, which is a tempest of hell and a destroying storm, as a flood of mighty waters overflowing, shall cast down to the earth with the hand. A quick one again. 29, Isaiah 29 and 6. Thou shalt be visited of Yahweh of hosts with thunder and with earthquakes and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire.
Right.
That's how God judges.
Yeah, that's how He visited us. You know, it's no sweet. This ain't Christianity. This ain't no sweet pastor. You know, the Lord's gonna come with open hands like you see in these churches. That's not how the Most High works. You know, He's created all things, evil and good, isn't it? And obviously His vengeance is nothing nice. If He's going to come back and judge, it's not going to be nice.
And He's going to judge the Edom with the hands of Israel. Man.
That's it. That's it.
Edom's judgment is of the Israelites. Let me read that. Wow. Esau's there standing over the young prince.
You're laughing.
What's he doing, bro? This is Ezekiel chapter 25 and verse 12.
Bring it up.
Thus saith Yahweh power, because Edom hath dwelt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and hath greatly offended, and avenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut them off, and shall cut off man and beast from it. And I will make it desolate from Teman, and they from Dedan, and shall fall by the sword. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel.
By the what?
By the hand of my people Israel.
That's right.
And they shall do in Edom according to mine anger, and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith Yahweh power.
That's right.
So when they get their judgment, they're going to know that it's from the mighty Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai, for Israel's sake. You know, because that's what it's like we was going over earlier. He used the basis of men to punish us. You see what I'm saying? So what's their punishment going to be? Do you know what I'm saying? And we had to live through it. Do you know what I'm saying? Now it's their time. They're going to get cut off altogether. You know? Bring that.
This is the book of Nazarite, chapter 5 and verse 7. Make no tarrying. Return to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, and put off not from day to day. For suddenly, shall the wrath of Yahweh come forth.
For what?
For suddenly, the wrath of Yahweh
come
come
forth.
forth. In thy sanctuary thou shalt be destroyed, and perish in the day of vengeance.
Yeah, so we can't be messing around, man. We need to come back to the Most High while you got the chance, you know? Everyone's seen the prophets out on the streets, you know, or they've come across some sort of prophet teaching the truth. So they need to come back to the laws, statutes and commandments, because when you're in your security and you're all safe and you're putting your feet up, that's when sudden destruction's going to come upon you.
This is Hebrews chapter 10, it's like a precept, King. Hebrews chapter 10 verse 30. For we know him that have said, vengeance belongeth unto me. I will recompense, saith Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai. And again, Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai, shall judge his people. These people, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power.
Yeah, so that's it. You don't want to be falling into the hands of Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai, you know? Because it's a fearful thing, you know? Just think.
Oh, how much?
¿Cómo estás?
Bien. Pero, es music.
No music.
Pero, no.
No music.
Es que CD, here, free CD.
Oh, you got a free CD.
Thank you.
Or is he Northern Kingdom? Yeah, he could have gave him a flash, but he looks like he's up to his neck in fully, you know what I'm saying?
What's he doing out here?
I don't know, he's doing like some clown thing, like, you know? But yeah.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 2 and verse 14. Is Israel his servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Yeah, man, are we service to Edomites for the entertainment, man? Like, why are we spoiled? Because we're eating to the Lord, man. And we already know that Ephraim worship idols, so they got smite asunder before the southern kingdom did, man. But it's a damn shame to see our brothers in that condition.
And you know what I'm going to bring up? Because you see that clown vibration, right? That's how they see us. See the same way they see that guy there? It's in the scripture.
It's like, what's that one? Sing unto me that song from Zion. You get what I'm saying?
Alright, this is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 18.
Bring it out.
Right? For the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness, but unto us which are saved it is the power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So when they see us out here, they think we're clowns, man. It's, look at these guys, foolish. Look at them with what they wearing. What they got stars like, they're shouting and screaming. And we're called a proverb and a byword amongst the people. So they're already a gnashing of teeth and a wagging of heads. Right, when they see us, man. All them niggas up there, what they're holding Bibles. And imagine our people that are carnally minded.
Just like them.
Just say, oh look, these guys are holding Bibles, what are they doing? Imagine when we were our epochs, bro. What they think, what are they wearing? They look like Ninja Turtles. You know what I mean? They look like Power Rangers. We're like damn clowns to these people, man. Alright? 1 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 9. For I think that power have set forth us, the apostles, last, as they were approved to death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to the angels, and to men. We are fools for Hamashiach's sake, but we are wise in Hamashiach. We are weak, but ye are strong. We are humble, but ye are we are humorable, but we are despised. So look, when you go in this truth, you're going to find Israelites out there. They're going to be laughing, man. When you come onto this truth, they might be sniggering at you. Oh, what, you join them clowns on the streets that are with the posters and that, right? Talking about slavery every minute. Wake up, man. It's 21st century now. Put away that slavery. You lot are acting like clowns. That's what they'll tell us, man. Your mums might say it. Oh, what, you joined that cult group. We're like a spectacle to the people, man. But what not always speaking up for is our nation, is our nationality, and telling our people to turn back to God. We're trying to tell them put away the knives, stop killing each other. Women be righteous. Telling the young kings, remember the Creator. Understand? In the days of thy youth, remember the Creator. Because the evil days is coming. Alright? When more people are going to be wearing these damn things on their face, man. And they forget God's air that they gave them. Don't forget the air that God gave you, man. Alright? That's what we're living in. So
that's good. That's beautiful, man. That's like you say, like people don't want to hear this, man. People are going to laugh, they're going to, But the thing is, we're actually out here speaking the words of the Most High, Like we're giving righteousness to the people. We're giving life, We want to choose life. You don't want to choose death. The wages of sin is death. And if you don't know what your sin, if you don't know sin, then you're automatically dead.
Matthew 5 and 10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you and say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven.
For what?
For great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you.
We want to take everything cheerfully. We want to get chastised for this truth. We want hostility. We know that it's working if we're doing that. We're not getting none of this. We're not getting people, back chatting and not getting cut by the word. Then we're obviously not doing it right. You know what I'm saying? We have to bring out the word, precept upon precept, line upon line, to cut these people, cut these heathens, bring Jake home and Eve, and bring them back to life, because this is life.
And fire upon faggots, fire upon Sodom and Gomorrah. Alright? Sodom has to burn.
And this is them doing that is basically showing our people
and the children.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. And that's what come on, man.
Nah, man.
For real. Because it's not a good example. That's this example they've set for us. That's why you have so-called blacks, doing that sort of stuff, because they've only seen it from flipping Esau, the oppressor. He's constantly like,
broken us down.
Yeah, man, it's sad, but the end times are coming, you know, we need to all hold fast to that which is good, you know, we need to stay in the spirit always, you know, and try and wake up the brothers and sisters, you know, because, you know, many are called but few are chosen, you know, so yeah, we've got another precept.
Isaiah 1 and 10. Hear the word of Yahweh, ye rulers of Sodom. Give ear unto the law of our power, ye people of Gomorrah.
That's it.
You need to hear.
Yeah, that's what I mean, like the woman said earlier, why are you so harsh with it? You know, like how you meant to bring them back if you're being so, like, and you pulled the right scripture out, you know, you gotta fear them. They're not giving. You're right, sister?
No, I just think they're quiet. Is it a prank? You can call me something.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's alright.
There's a lot of people come and look at.
Yeah.
No, of course you can. Of course you can. We're out here for you. That's
No,
right.
like on something.
But it's on us, innit? But it's not on you, so you can ask a question or anything. You know what I mean?
So what nationality are you?
Does it matter?
Yeah, I mean the Bible says that we all have a nationality. So if the Lord says it matters, then of course
Okay,
it
so
does.
what we on here? Is this the African League? What we do? What's the theme of this?
Well, we're the Israelites of the
Okay,
Bible.
so what the Negro?
Well, not just Negro, we've got the
They say
Hispanics.
Negroes and Blacks, Africans are not the same. It's just different
No,
tribes.
no, they're different. They're different. Not all people were
How would you
taken
claim
from.
to be Israelite then? How would you trace that back? That's a thing.
Well, obviously, it's by the seed of your father. So obviously, there's curses in Deuteronomy 28 that if your father's lineage have basically gone through those curses, or they apply to you, and your spirit as well. If your spirit bears witness of this truth, then you know you're
What about that
Israelite.
part?
Huh?
It's your spirit bears witness to the truth. Are you trying to say if you identify with this, then
Well, it's either way. Even if you're not an Israelite, if you identify, this is the truth.
do you think that Israelites are in the UK?
They're all over. They're
They're all
scattered
over.
all over. Yeah, they're scattered all
A
over.
lot
That's
of
what it
people
said.
say
What is it?
Americans.
Deuteronomy
Americans.
28 and 46.
You guys look serious though. Are people coming over here?
Yeah, but
No, because I'm looking into all this, but I'm quite good because even up to I left the house, I was watching something about this, which is why you guys caught my eye like that. And I like to see it, but I couldn't hear you. So that's why I was a bit like, that's why it looks like
Yeah,
that.
I mean,
Because usually you can hear far out. I'm not
yeah,
I'm
we're
not
meant to
busy,
cry
guys,
loud,
I'm not.
but we're bringing out
Trust
the
me,
news.
I am all about this.
Yeah,
But
I
it
mean,
has to be in the right
yeah,
way.
go on, bring that out.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and pursue thee and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee this day. They shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
So basically, these are signs as a people. Like you see here, you've got a sign that this is patch shop, you know, fragrance shop. These curses are a sign on a people to identify that you are Israelites.
Yeah.
So like you just said,
Not all black people are Israelites.
no, not
though.
all black people are Israelites. Because we come from, there's three sons of Noah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ham and Shem.
That's
yeah.
it. And the Hamites, which are the so-called Africans, like the east, some of the south, they are Ham. Yeah.
Okay,
They
yeah.
come from Ham. We come from Shem. Yeah, which goes down to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yeah, which are the 12 tribes of Israel.
In the Bible dictionary, it says ham. That's the Bible
this
dictionary
one
over
here.
right? In the definition of the word ham, it says the youngest son of Noah, the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. So we come from Shem. The Negro comes from Shem, and the Hamites, they are Africans.
So we're not actually African. Like for example, my father, he's from Jamaica. You know, he's not And yeah, even Africa alone, the landmass was named after Scipio Africanus. Yeah, before that it was actually called Ethiopia.
What do you think
of
about
course.
when it was Negro land as well? Even some of the open maps, you've got Negro land, you've
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of maps that have
some of the
been
maps
brought
are quite
out.
interesting, you know.
That's only a certain part. That's the Congolese part. That's the Bantu part.
Yeah, so that'll be like, that'll be the west side of Africa. That'll be the west side of Africa. That's where we would take us from. You know, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Congo, Angola. That's where we would, as the you know, the people that were actually taken, they came from here. You know? And there was obviously, it wasn't just us as well, the South Americans, like the Native Americans, the South Americans, they went through the same curses. So that's why it's a sign for us. And go on, read that one again. Read that one again.
Some of the curses. Let's show you some of the
something literally just today.
Verse 47.
Yeah, read 46 and then 47.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 46. And they shall be upon you, upon thee, for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
Right, so basically, so those signs will be on us and our seed forever. So basically, my father went and his father went through the same curses. You see what I mean? Possibly your father too, his father. That's why it's a sign, because once you start reading these curses, you'll identify with them.
Verse 37, because thou servest not the Lord thy God, Jehovah thy power, with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies. Therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies.
So we serve our enemies.
So we serve our enemies now. Go on.
Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst.
So basically, when you're hungry now, if you want to get something to eat, you'll have to go to Charlie's, Awesome Chips. We don't actually own them things, you know? Same like, even the
Are
Caribbean.
we supposed to be like waking up now?
Yeah.
And then what is your time of this? You meant to wake up to
Yeah,
who we
but the
actually
thing that's
are?
got us
How
the
would you
most,
do that?
the thing that's got us the most is this this Kemet stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what's got our people. We're claiming to be the oppressors, because remember the Israelites were enslaved in Egypt. You know, so why are we going around wearing unks and that, and you know, the conscious community?
Yeah, I know exactly
that's
what
what's
you're
getting
saying.
us.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah, so even the
correct.
unks now, like, you know, it's a fertility symbol. Like, we shouldn't have any graven images. That's in the law. You know, so go on, bring that up.
Okay.
Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
So now, even clothes, like, even if we wanted to make our own clothes, we've got to buy the materials from our enemies. Yeah, our water, anything, we don't have no water plants to drink our own water. So, you know, all of us, we have to go to our enemies. That's just not one person. That's the Arabs too. The Arabs, the so-called white man, they own all these places that we have to go to and serve them. You see what I mean? Yeah, go on, more curses.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until thou be destroyed, until they have destroyed thee.
So yeah, we were the ones that had yokes upon our enemies, put yokes upon our necks. Not Africans didn't go through this, so-called Africans, the East African. That's why we're not Ham. There's a difference between Ham and Shem. So another one.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 54. So the man that is tender among you and very delicate.
Right, so before we used to be loving towards another. We used to be like a community-based type of people. But now, go on.
His eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
His what?
His eyes shall be evil towards
So
his brother.
now we've got so-called black-on-black crime. You know, you've got people, you know, killing each other, like postcode wars, Bloods and Crips. No, we're the only people that do that. You don't see the Africans doing that. Like, you see what I mean? They don't hurt have an evil eye towards their brother. Go on.
And towards the wife of his bosom, and towards the raiment of his children which he shall leave.
So now, single parent households, you know, we're the major for that, you know, like, you know, even leaving their woman and sometimes even beating them.
Was this organically done or was this systematically done? That's the
This is
thing,
the-
all of these things.
28 and 15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou do not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Right, so it says it shall come to pass, so this is a prophecy. If we don't listen
Unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So if we don't listen and keep what we're, because this is our book, this is our laws and statutes to which the Most High gave to us, yeah? If we don't keep these, that's when these curses come upon us. So, you know, we were given laws, so if we break these laws, this is what happens to us. The Lord punishes us. Not just him himself, he raised up a base people, like he raised up other nations to punish us. You see what I'm saying? That's why we're always at the bottom. You know, like they say, what, last hired, first fired.
But that was supposed to like energize us into knowing who we are. All of these curses, all of these things that happen, it's not waking anybody up though, is it?
No, because we're woken. We're trying to wake you up. Yeah, that's why we're out here. We're meant to be out here and teach.
It's a light thing to wake up the child.
That's it, man.
It's
Because
what?
It's
It
a
says
light.
it's a light, it's not a heavy metal, sorry.
Yeah, no, God, it's a light thing to wake up the children of Israel.
It shouldn't be a hard job.
Yeah.
Well,
Some of us
obviously.
are scared because they've been persecuted, like, for teaching wrong, false doctrines. The Most High is never going to be around the people that push forward, like, he's not going to be looking after Malcolm X, because he's pushing to bow down to wood stones. But when he started to realize the truth, his last speech, they assassinated him.
Yeah.
Because when you diligently seek truth and look for books, the Most High is going to reveal it somehow. You can only hide lies with so much, because you have to have a remnant of truth to make your life
That's it.
to make your life progress.
That's it. You see what I mean?
So look, we're going to show you by a shadow of a doubt that we are the true good people of the book.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
What?
Shall bring thee
shall bring
into
thee into
Egypt
Egypt
again with ships.
Right, so we were the ones that were taken from West Africa, yeah? We were taken from West Africa and put on slavery in ships. But it just said again.
Yeah.
So obviously from like Egypt,
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. I am Yahweh, I am the Lord Yahweh, thy power, thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
so Egypt actually means bondage. So when it says I will bring thee back into Egypt again with ships, so it's bringing you back into bondage again with ships. We're the only people that did that. But did that happen to? That's what it's talking about. Go on.
And the Lord and Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I speak unto thee.
And we ain't seen our. Well, he just said that he spoke about this before. He said if you don't listen, these curses will come upon you. Yeah. Go
Thou
on.
shalt see it no more again.
We ain't seen our homeland anymore.
Yeah.
We don't even know where our homeland is. You know, we say black, even Jamaica and that. That was a colonized land. The English colonized it. Jamaica just means land of wood and water. Most of us actually came from the west side of Africa.
Yeah.
When you go back into history.
And
Go on.
this book talks about that.
Yeah, that's a good book. From Babylon to Timbuktu by Rudolph Windsor.
And then ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
And what?
And then ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
So when we got off them ships, we were sold to our enemies. Yeah? Who was
What book is this? What Bible? Which one is
This
this?
is King James.
King James.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
This is the normal Bible, but the pastors are not teaching it properly.
Oh, of course not.
And these are our enemies. Look,
Yeah, so
look what they've done to us.
It says
They're
that-
not your friends.
It says, the enemies shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. You know, so who put iron on our neck? Was it our fellow brothers? Was it even African? No, it was a so-called white man. The Caucasian, yeah, because he's not white. In the Bible, he's known as Edomite. You know, Esau.
You know what white people try to say as well?
Go on.
They try and cut that. They try to say, oh, but blacks so blacks. They try and say,
Yeah, they do.
But they don't know that those people are not people.
Yes, exactly.
People
They see us all as one.
That's
That's
why
it.
at the beginning.
Ishmael, look, there's an Arab man there as well. Look. There's an Arab man.
Yeah,
Arabs
because
are
it
black.
weren't just the Edomites.
Arabs are black.
Yeah, the sub-Saharan.
They come out of
Satan.
Abraham. Abraham is so-called black.
Yeah.
So look, they've whitened down, they've mongrelized now.
Whitewash thing.
They've whitened down. But I got a scripture for you, sister, right? This is Revelation chapter 2 and verse 9. I know thy works and thy tribulations and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogues of Satan. So all that we've been bringing out is to show you the signs that we go through to fit the curses of the Israelites.
That's it.
Right? This is a covenant made with the Israelites that we can't eat pork, we have to keep the Sabbath day, honor your father and your mother, all right? Look after your women, all right? There's laws of dietary laws, can't eat pork, swine, can't eat crab, lobster, shrimp, all right, prawns, all right? Women can't wear trousers, men can't wear skirts, all right?
These are our laws. They were given to us. Obviously, it's Psalm 78. Is it 78 and 5? And then, do you want to bring out some laws?
Okay, all right. Come on,
Yeah, bring out some laws.
Do Deuteronomy.
sing on the next.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5.
Listen, sister.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 verse 5. The woman shall not wear which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do so are an abomination unto Yahweh thy power.
Okay, so what does a woman wear that men wear?
It's obvious, isn't it? What do you mean?
Yeah, pant.
I've got them on right now, what do you mean?
So the laws just said we're not supposed to do that. Just like a man is not supposed to put on a dress, you know? So that's actually a law that we're supposed to be keeping.
That's right, teacher.
You know what I'm saying? So there's more, but that's
There's lots.
so and the thing is we were given the statutes and commandments.
One second. The Bible says there's 613 laws, but we don't even have to keep the sacrifice laws anymore because we've been given the Messiah. So there's not even 613 to keep. If you go to the courts, you know how many acts there are and laws they've got in the courts. Alright? You can't jaywalk, you can't split on the road.
You don't want to try and
You know what I mean? You can't park on a double yellow line.
Yeah, do you know?
Right? You keep all them laws
Yeah.
that belong unto man.
Yeah.
But when the Most High says, Joe, just be righteous. Keeping the laws are righteousness. If you don't do it, you're in wickedness. That's
You're
called an
in sin.
abomination.
Yes.
To be fair, abominations are what the Most High hates.
it.
So if you want to be a part of that, you can get. That's how we dealt with Sodom and Gomorrah. Burnt it up.
So yeah, you need to put on a dress then, sister. It's that simple. You know it as well. Like it deep down, you ask our
I'm in the
foremothers,
process.
our
I've
foremothers.
just been done all these things and fire, but this is I've been heavy on this like 24/7. I've been up all night on this. So I just come out and come out and see. So I'm kind of a little bit like
Yeah, the Lord
a
did
bit
that.
stung. It's a bit funny, like okay,
Lord.
must I'm on the right track
This is
or
Deuteronomy
do you know what I mean?
chapter
I feel like
14.
funny.
Don't worry, I'll show you another law to show you why the Most High loves you so much and He doesn't like other people. This is Deuteronomy 14:21. Ye shall not eat anything that dieth of itself. Thou shalt give it to the stranger that is in thy gates, that he may eat it. Or thou mayest sell it unto an alien, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord Yahweh thy power, thy God. Thou shalt not see a kid in his mother's milk. So we're not meant to give things that die of itself. We're meant to kill it in a certain sacrificial way.
Yeah.
We're not meant to just see something dead and just pick it up.
Yeah.
That could have died of an infestation. It could have died of infection or cancer.
But you can give it
But
to...
we're allowed to give it to them guys.
Yeah, because that's what the law
Yeah,
thinks
like
of them.
we'll chop it up and sell it to them guys. That's a law in the Bible that we're allowed to do.
Let's not get into all that. Let's get
But
some more
but it's that serious. He said that we're that holy that we can't just eat anything, but they can. See, there's a lot of laws, man, you don't know yet. But that's why we're here to show our people that keep how special we are. So,
Go on.
yeah. I'll get another
We're based in Seven Sisters normally, but every new moon we carry to a different location.
I haven't seen you guys here. This is the first time.
Yeah.
We're normally in Seven Sisters. We've got a YouTube channel here, right? And our recent one is the one further on the bottom. This is Exodus chapter 20, alright, and verse Exodus chapter 20 and verse, we'll go to 8. Yeah? Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shall thy labor and do all thy works. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor the stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea and all that is in them, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord Yahweh blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it.
So we're not meant to be working on the seventh day. Do you know what the seventh day is?
There's rules there on the Sabbath.
Yeah, the Sabbath rules. Sorry? Yes, that's it. So from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, it's from sundown on Friday to Saturday sundown. That's the seventh day. You know, so we shouldn't be doing no work, no cooking, no cleaning.
Oh my God.
We shouldn't be kindling no fires in our homes. We shouldn't be buying and selling. Let me get that one. Shouldn't be, so even buying and selling on the Sabbath is wrong still. Yeah? Nehemiah, let me bring this one up. Nehemiah 10 and 31. And if the people of the land bring anywhere or any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell, that we would not buy it of any of them on the Sabbath or on a holy day. So basically, on the Sabbath, we're not supposed to be buying or selling either.
This is Exodus chapter 16 and verse 22. It's all right. Exodus 16, 22. And it came to pass that on the 6th day they gathered twice as much bread, 2 omers for one man. And all the rulers of the congregation came and told Moses. And he said unto them, This is that which the Lord Yahweh has said. Tomorrow is the rest. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto Yahweh. Bake that which you will bake today, and seeth that ye will seeth, and that which remaineth over, lay it for you to keep until the morning. So it says we can't cook on the Sabbath. We had to make twice as much on the Friday so that we can have like a tuna sandwich, or you can eat anything that's cold, like cold food. You know what I mean? We can't eat hot food, or you can eat hot food, but it's have to make sure it's made before sundown.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, that's good.
So what? You've got a Bible then, yeah? What, King James version? Yeah, that's it. So that's it. You need to go home and you need to read that. Yeah, what's your nationality?
What did you learn today? What's your nationality? No.
We just what?
What's your nationality? Oh, praise to Yahweh. Don't worry, sister, right?
It's all cool.
Your nationality is an Israelite,
You're
sister,
an
right?
Israelite.
You're a daughter of Zion.
That's right.
All right?
That's it.
All praises to Yahweh Hashem Yoshai.
All
Shalom.
praise. Shalom.
That happens, man. It works like a two-edged sword, man.
And the thing is, obviously, like she said, she's been looking up this stuff for the last day or two, and then all of a sudden she walked around the corner and seen the prophets, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'll bring that out. This is Ezekiel, right? Because when you read the Bible, it's sweet to hear about the kingdom, land of gold and milk and honey. But then when you hear about the turmoils that we've gone through and the commandments that we've broken as a people, it does hit us so like, wow, we've been disrespecting the Most High for a long time. Like, it shows how much she loves the Most High for her to, you know what I mean, to shed that emotion. This is Ezekiel chapter 2 and verse 9. And when I looked, behold, an hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without. And there was written therein lamentations and mourning and woes.
As much as there's the sweets and that, there's the bitters too, isn't it? You know, when you learn that, when you find out you're Israel, it's really, it's uplifting, you know? It proper makes you feel good, but when you start hearing about what our ancestors went through and the persecutions that we're gonna go through in the end times, it's not nice, you know? It's lamentations, mourning and woe. You know, so you've got to take the bitter with the sweet, you know. It can't be all good, you know. God isn't all love, innit? He's evil too, you know.
This is Lamentations chapter 1 and 7. Jerusalem remembered in the day of her affliction and of her misery all her pleasant things that she had in the days of old, when her people fell into the hands of the enemy, and none did help her. The adversary saw her and did mock at her Sabbaths. Yeah, man.
So basically, yeah.
We're trying to wake up, man.
Yeah, we're waking up.
It's time to see the misery of the afflictions of Israel, man.
You know, like we were saying, only a certain people have gone through this stuff. Not everyone can actually relate to this, you know. Like, obviously, we said this, I think I said it last week, you know, all my life I've felt like there was something up, you know, like it's the spirit's always been there for me.
They must fear.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, same with the brothers, you know, there's all like that sister just there. She's been going through the same thing. It's like there's something wrong. She needs to find out what it is. It's the commandments, it's the law, statutes, and commandments. She needs to come home. She needs to put on a dress, yeah, she needs to become that daughter of Zion. You know? Well, bring that out, okay?
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, and verse 7. Surely Yahweh's power will do nothing but reveal his secret unto his servants, the prophet.
See, and this is the thing.
Sir.
And the worst thing is, you know, that's probably Israel on both sides, you know? That's the curse, we just brought it out. Deuteronomy 28 and 54, look, he could be a Jake, that guy who's got all blood on him.
The clown.
You know what I'm saying? That I shall be evil towards his brother. My man, I don't know what he was doing, but he's there clowning, guy wants to beat him up. Like, come on, isn't it? You know what I mean? How's that happening?
Amos.
Sorry, man. No, it's cool, man. That's just proving the curses, you know?
And look, the Most High, like he says in Psalms 24 and 7, the angels are camped around those that fear him. So all of that madness and anarchy is over them side.
Yeah, man,
with the camels, camels are abomination, isn't it?
Yeah.
They got the damn camel teeth there.
Turban, yeah.
I think that's the Arabs, isn't it? And the Ishmaelites, isn't it? Alright, so that's who you're going to get over them sides, man. Is anguish, terrors, terrible.
Yeah, terrible.
And Moabites trying to come over and hear what we're saying.
Yeah, and China.
Look at Moab looks like he's drowning.
Yeah, he's a feeble person, that's what I was just saying, man. Could drop dead now. None of those ones. Yeah. Go on.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 7. Surely.
No, Amos 3 and 1. Oh, 3 and 1.
It's the book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 1. Hear the words of Yahweh. Hear the words that Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought out from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have unknown.
You what?
You only have unknown of all the family of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for your iniquities.
Exactly, man. He's punished us. He only knows us. So when you don't hear, you're going to feel. We're the only ones that understand these things. Alright? So-called blacks, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, man. Alright? You alright, sister? They see all the children, didn't they? Because there's no one righteous out here that can bring out the scriptures and talk righteousness, isn't it? Yeah. But that's what's going to happen. There's going to be more of this going on in the end days, sister. Alright? Give me that in 1 Timothy, quickly. To show the sister, no, it's going to be like that. There's no need to crying. It's going to get worse and worse. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning of the madness. Alright? 1 Timothy chapter 2 Timothy chapter 6.
This is the book of. Oh, there's no 6.
1 Timothy chapter 6. And knowing this verse that in the end days, perilous times shall come. Yeah, go on then. Yeah, get second Timothy. It's madness going on. Yeah, 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 1.
This is the book of 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come.
What shall come?
Perilous times shall come.
In the last days we're going to see more perilous times like this. Alright? Get ready, wait for it. Though it's tarrying, it's going to happen. People are going to start standing up for damn poisons, man. Because they're going to try poison the children soon. And they're going to be people fighting for their children. Alright? So their children don't get poisoned. Alright? Perilous times are going to happen. Alright? But the ones that don't care about it, that want their children to get poisoned, you know what I mean? You're going to start seeing people that really care fight in the end days, man. Alright? Go on. Perilous times shall come.
For men shall be lovers of their own selves.
Men are going to love themselves.
Covetousness.
Boasters. Boastful.
Proud. Blasphemers.
Right, blasphemers.
Disobedient to parents.
Disobedient to their own parents. They're going to see a lot of backslang, maybe even grabbing their mums up, grabbing up their dads, man. Alright? Disobedient to parents.
Unthankful, unholy,
alright,
without natural affection.
And you find that now, you go on the bus, no one ain't getting up off the seat for their old ladies. No one ain't saying thank you for letting me go past, opening the door. They're expecting it, they're proud. They think they're God, or they think they're kings or queens, alright? Disrespectful, go on, bro.
Truce breakers.
What?
Truce breakers.
Alright, they would hold treaties and they will break the covenants. Alright? Truce breakers.
False accusers. Incontinent. Fierce. Despisers of those that are good.
Matthew 24 and 6. This despisers of those that are good. Matthew, because the disciples asked this as well. Let's start at verse 4. Matthew 24. Alright, Matthew 24, start at verse 3.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him.
The disciples came
privately, saying, tell us.
Privately, you know, like a little one-on-one. Like you're speaking to the Messiah. He knows all things, he knows secrets, right? They came privately to ask them serious questions.
Saying, tell us, when shall these things be? When shall these things be?
Go on.
And what shall be the sign of the coming of the end of the world?
Alright? What's going to be the times of the end of the world? Read.
And Jesus answered and said,
Yahushua.
And Yahushua answered and said,
so-called Jesus, go on.
Unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ.
All right, many false prophets that you think they are Jesus. They're not so-called Jesus. Keep reading, bro.
And shall deceive many.
And shall deceive many. Go on.
And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of
You
wars.
shall hear what?
And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
There's going to be more wars going on. All right?
When they're talking about the what's called now,
See?
isn't it? Thailand
Alright.
and China.
That's
today.
going to happen. More wars and rumors of wars are
Today,
amongst us.
Thailand and
Go on,
China.
read, bro.
See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass.
All these things must come to pass. Israelites should hold faith. All right? You need to don't be troubled at this. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of the times. Isaiah 33:6. We need to hold fast to what is
Keep
good.
the path.
But the end
Yeah,
is
but
not
bro,
yet.
the path tells us that we need a beard on our face.
Okay.
All right?
Why is that?
Because
Tell
we
me,
need
I
to.
don't know
Because
about
if we break the commandments of
that.
God,
It's part of the code of practice.
it's part of the code of the Most High of keeping His word. All right. If you look at the brother, look, the
Yeah,
brother,
a lot of brothers do
young
it,
brother's got a
a lot,
strong
yeah.
beard, but he's not keeping it on a carnal thing. He's not doing it to please himself. He's doing it to please the Father. All right. Leviticus. All right. Leviticus chapter 19. All right.
A lot of people do it, I
This is
noticed
the
that.
book of
Doing it because it's
Leviticus
biblical.
chapter
We're
19.
not doing it because we're damn Muslims, though. We're doing it because we're the Israelites of the
All the
Bible.
Muslims.
This is the book of
I know
Leviticus
it.
chapter
Let's go, let's
19
read it.
and verse 27.
Read it, King.
Ye shall not round the corners of your
You
head.
shall what?
Ye shall not round the corners of your
So
head.
you've already perceived that one. You don't do like the Greeks and the Egyptians. You don't line up, alright?
Neither shalt thou use neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard.
So you're not allowed to mar your
Chop
beard.
it at all, no
Mar
cutting.
means to cut,
no
corrupt.
That's what they say.
Alright, you're not allowed to corrupt. You're not allowed to cut off your beard. A lot of the times, Israelites, they'll be so upset. They started to pluck out their hair, pluck out their beard in upsetness, right? We're not stressed, but upset. Right, go on, man.
28. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead.
Alright, no Wakanda forever. And mark for the dead.
no
Alright, how
tattoos.
many killings you've got?
No tattoos.
Alright, no, yeah.
Nor print any marks upon you. I am Yahweh.
Alright, so bro, look, that's the commandment.
Yeah, bring back the goods that you got it.
That's the commandment that we got, right? So we got that for a reason. Alright? Give me Samuel. Alright? Hanan. Alright? Took David's servants. Alright? Yeah, get me that quickly in the book of 2 Samuel chapter 10 and verse 4. Alright? Showing you the power of the beard. Alright? If you read this Bible dictionary, the beard, it means a badge of manly dignity, badge of honor. Alright? It's a sign of lionhood, like you're not a lion cub. You're a man now, you've got a mane.
You ain't got it till you got it.
Alright?
Ain't till you got it.
Read it, bro.
This is the book of
Look, lionesses have no beards. Effeminates, boys have no beards. Right?
Hey,
This is the
lions
book
and
of
warriors.
2 Samuel 10 verse 4. Wherefore Hanan took David's servants and shaved off the one half of their beards
Exactly.
and cut off their garments in the middle, even
Alright.
to their buttons,
Like disrespecting them.
and sent
humiliating
them
them.
away.
That's the humiliation to not have a beard in these times. Read, bro.
When they told it unto David, he sent to meet them because the men were greatly ashamed.
Exactly.
And the king said, tarry at Jericho until your beards be grown.
David didn't care about the garments. It's easy to get a garment and just throw it on your brother and say, yo, cover up. But bro, you see that beard? Don't come back to Israel, to Jerusalem, to Jericho, until that thing there grows out a bit. You know what I mean?
They won't let you in.
The Israelites are gonna get on you, bro.
You aren't getting the door,
They'll
bro.
be like, yo, what are you doing around here, bro? What Israelites want me to keep beards? They're gonna get rebuked every day till that thing starts to show. Every day. Alright? We're not saying you have to have it as long down to the ground, but
Show the,
have
you gotta
it,
show the mane.
have it there, show the mane, show that you're a man. Alright? Because Solomon was told how to be a man. Alright? Give me that in the 1 Kings. Chapter 2. How do you know what a man is? Some people think you're just grown up and you're a man. That doesn't make a man.
The mentality.
It's a mentality of God's commandments. I'll
This
show
is the
you.
book of 1 Kings chapter 2 and verse 1. Now the days of David drew nigh,
So
that,
David's on his deathbed.
that he should die.
Alright.
And he charged Solomon his son,
So
saying,
he charged him. You know when he says charge, Like I charge
Yeah,
you.
but
for
is it a
God's sake.
verbal charge or?
Bro, let's show you, let's show you, let's show you.
Charge, yeah.
I go all the way of the earth. Be thou strong, therefore,
So-
and show thyself a man.
David has said he's gone all on the earth. Man. David he's gone and slain Moabites, slain Philistines, got the foreskins to get the princess. He's done some valiant works. David kills 10,000. All right, Saul only killed 1,000. Okay, but 1,000 is still a big number, bro. To kill 1,000 guys nowadays is still a big thing.
Bigger than 4, but 10 is bigger than 1.
But David killed 10.
Yeah, 10 is
All
bigger
right?
than 1. Bro.
It says
That's
one
it.
shall slay 1,000, two brothers can slay 10,000. Man. But David done that on his own. All right,
Verse 3, and keep the charge of the Lord thy God,
all right.
to walk
Yahweh our power.
in his ways, to keep his statutes and his commandments and his judgments and his testimonies, as it is written in the law of Moses, that thou mayest prosper in all that thou doest and whithersoever thou turnest thyself.
All right, so look.
Beautiful.
So it says, show you a man. This is how you become a man. All right.
By growing up with that, so they read
All right,
that
yeah.
principle.
And give me Titus
by
chapter
this.
2 and 1. Titus chapter 2 and 1.
That's the last
All right.
one.
Yeah, that's all right, bro. I'll show you what's going on.
Guys, I don't know this is your name, about the Arabian.
But we're not Nuwabians, we're Israelites, bro. We're Israelites. David is an Israelite. He's not a Nuwabian. He's from the tribe of Judah. All right? We're not Nuwabians. We're not whatever that is. We're Israelites. All right? Yasha Allah. Yasha Allah. Princes of God. Princes of the power. Yahweh.
This is the book of Titus, chapter 2 and verse 1. But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine.
All right, so we don't speak Nuwapian. We speak sound doctrine. Yeah. We speak sound doctrine, all right?
That
Front
the
line,
aged
front
men,
line.
That the what?
that the aged men,
Who,
be
what men? But the
aged men,
But the aged men
sober,
being sober.
brave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, in patience.
So look, you gotta be sober, bro. We can't be here, we can't be drinking so much, right? Wake up in the morning and drink straight away, all right? You have to do things in moderation, yeah? Balance, yeah. Not saying you can't drink, but you can drink, you gotta drink in charge of it,
Yeah,
and
you
be
gotta be in
sober-minded,
charge of it.
because the adversary, the devil, is coming upon you like a roaring lion. The adversary, the demons, the enemies, when you're drunk and you're not sober, you're not watching, he can attack you anytime. But
They're
King,
slipping
another thing,
nowadays. They're slipping nowadays.
yeah, another thing, bro. We can't smoke weed. All right, we can't smoke weed. It defiles the temple. It brings you in a place of witchcraft, because it puts your mind in a place where you become either sleepy, tired, relaxed, whatever. That is something that you shouldn't be putting in your body. It becomes witchcraft or wizardry. You know what I mean? You get a cauldron, you get the tobacco, you get the weed, you get the flame, you smoke it, and then it brings it in. That is a concoction. Alright? It's all a cauldron. They mix it up, alright? Read that, bro.
This is the
316.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God, power, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you. If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy.
So look, the Most High also destroyed us because we dealt with Nuwapians. We dealt with other philosophies. So that is still our temple as well. Our mind and what we're dealing, the philosophies that we put in our temple.
Receptacle of the word.
Of the receptacle of the scriptures.
For the temple of God is holy, which temple ye are.
We are temples of God. We are all the Israelites. We are all temples of God. Alright? So we need to be able to love our. That's why the Hanan, when he dealt with the Israelites, David said, go, because all the Israelites are going to help the brothers. They will say, go, where's your bed? Wow, what's going on? What you did?
You're going to show that you're one of us.
Yeah.
Right,
bro?
that you believe and respect.
We love you, King.
Second, gentlemen.
Alright, you're
Bring it back again.
So what's your nationality, bro?
African, isn't it? Everyone's African.
No, we just showed you.
Jamaica.
We just showed you. What nationality is David? So what nationality are you?
Israelite.
So yeah, because you gotta keep the commandments of the Israelites, bro. Alright? You're an Israelite. You're the same nation as David and Solomon, bro.
I've got to move on, man. I have to. Well, look, we'll show you. We'll read it.
One more. Deuteronomy
Just to show you.
29 and 1. These are the words of the covenant which Yahweh commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
These words in here are a covenant for Israel. They're not for the Egyptians, the Nuwapians, they're not for the Indians, they're not for the Chinese, the Moabites, they're for us. This is our ancestors, our grandfathers, our uncles, our great-great-grandfathers, our 8 great-great-grandmothers. These are our nephews.
No one else.
These no one else's, man. Alright?
This is our team.
This is our team. Our
When you look back here, I've got your paper again, I'm doing your
Alright,
paper.
King.
When I come down here.
Peace and love, man. You're a beautiful brother, man. Beautiful. All praises. Shalom. Beautiful. Alright, all praises, man. Alright, yeah, so let's close out, brothers. Alright, Isaiah, 2nd Ezra 16, Psalms, yeah, you know it already, 32, yeah, 132.
It's in the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 66. What will ye do? Or how will ye hide your sins before power and his angels? Behold, power himself is the judge. Fear him, leave off from your sins, and forget your iniquities, to meddle no more with them forever. So shall power lead you forth and deliver you from all trouble.
Exactly, we need to remember the Most High, because when he brings judgment, alright, you're going to understand in them days. Then you're going to start praying and hoping for grace and mercy. But grace ain't going to abide forever. So we need to know to get ourselves right now. Alright? Get ourselves together now, Israel. Wake up. And then wake up the mighty men as well. Lead off from your idols. Shake off from the dust. Alright?
This is the book of Psalms, 132 verse 11. Yahweh has sworn in truth unto David, he will not turn from it. Of the fruit of thy body will he set upon the throne.
He set his throne upon David, man. Alright, that's why we always have to remember the tabernacle of David. He comes to slay tens of thousands, man. Alright? Speaking.
If thy children keep my covenant.
If what?
If thy children keep my covenant.
Alright, we need to make sure we rehearse this to the children. Alright? We can't be going around thinking unrighteousness is going to abide forever. We got to show righteousness to our children. So read your Bible to your children. Alright?
And my testimony that I shall teach them, their children also shall sit upon thy throne forevermore.
Exactly. His children are going to sit, Most High willing. Alright? It gets to our children as well. Alright? Because we would love to be there. 1/3, elect, whatever it has to be, man. Alright? Like I said, even if I'm a 2/3, as long as like we're out of this. You know what I mean? Done, like get away from this, man. Just don't want to be here. That's the whole reason why we're out here. Alright? Whatever Yahweh wills be done, let it be done. Alright? Because we don't like this place. It's just, it needs to go. Alright? No holding on to this place. Because why? Daniel 7:18.
That's right. This is the book of Daniel 7, verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom.
On the what? And the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom.
And possess the kingdom.
And what? And possess the kingdom.
Forever and forever.
For how long?
Forever and forever.
And forever.
And for how long?
And even forever.
Even forever, man. Alright? And on that, we're going to close out. We're going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Baharakah, Kadash, Kam Yasharah, Jerusalem, Manawa Allah, Manawa Allah.